Hey everyone, I'm Melissa and welcome back to Hopeful Happenings. This week I was tagged by author Brittany Wang to do an author trivia where I answered 10 random questions about myself. I wasn't sure what I should say, so I borrowed some questions from Brittany's tag and I went on Instagram and asked you guys what you wanted to know about me. So thank you to everybody who sent in questions. Without further ado, let's get started. My first question is from Brittany's tag, and it was really crazy to watch hers because I felt like a lot of the answers she was giving were the same answers that I would give. I'll have her channel linked below so that after we're done you can go check out her questionnaire too. The question is, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? I really wanted to be a singer and an actress. I remember very vividly that I felt it might be a little bit selfish to pray to ask God that I could be an actress and a singer, so instead I would wish upon stars every single night. And I'm not even good. That's just what I wanted to be. I remember specifically I wanted to be an actress because I saw all these crazy movies that these actresses and actors were getting to do amazing things, like Flipper for one. I was like, dang, I want to have a pet dolphin. And then Free Willy, I love that one. Peter Pan, when they're like flying in the live action, when they're like flying in the forest and doing the fairy dance, I was like, oh. So basically, I wanted to be an actress just so that I could do all the fun things that they get to do. Singing is different. I really love to sing. I used to sing in choirs at school. I'd get a lot of solos or duets or whatever. I sang in church organizations and I also sang for family events. One of my favorite performances ever was with my little sister, and we performed I Want a Hippopotamus for Christmas, and we actually dressed up like hippopotamuses. So I thought I'd share a little clip of that just to show you that yes, I am pretty weird. I want a hippopotamus for Christmas. Question is, what weird snack combination do you enjoy? I feel like this is a hard question because if I do it, I'm not gonna think it's weird. I've been told that tomato sandwiches are weird. Like, I just put bread, tomatoes, and lots of mayo and salt and pepper. And it's so good. My third question is, what is your favorite mythological creature and why? I don't know. I think I really love stuff that has to do with the ocean. So mermaids, I like mermaids. I also really like sea monsters. Ooh, but dragons are really cool. And I love the dragons in Reign of Fire. It's like an older movie. But guys, this movie has Christian Bale, Matthew McConaughey, and Gerard Butler. I didn't even know who they were back then. But yeah, it's a really good movie, I think. And I thought the dragons looked really realistic. Maybe if I went back and watched it again, they wouldn't be, but back then, yes, Reign of Fire. Question number 4 comes from Savannah. She asked, what are your top favorite children's books? For chapter books, I would say The Twits, Ella Enchanted, and Harry Potter. For picture books, I really like anything by Dr. Seuss, Robert Munsch, and then I'm also a big fan of Harold and the Purple Crayon. I think the concept of that book is just so cool. Question number 5 comes from Alexandria. She's asking, besides writing, what are 3 things you like to do in your spare time? Probably what I love to do the most is spend time with my family. I know it's a corny answer, but honestly, like every moment I spend with my little guy and my husband, I really cherish those moments. And I do spend like all day with my son, but I don't know, I can never get enough. I also love to watch movies. I'm a huge movie buff. I'm the kind of person that can quote a movie, even if I watched it like 10 years ago. And the third thing I like to do is I like to swim. The next question is from Kylie. She asks, what's your favorite book idea that you've ever come up with? I love my first book, I think, just because I spent the most time working on it and developing it. It's something I'm really proud of. Number 7 is from Melissa. When did you know you wanted to be a writer? I knew I wanted to pursue some form of writing in high school because my English teacher, she was the first one that kind of made me aware that I had a talent for writing. I believe it was my grade 12 teacher. So I went into college with a confidence that I wanted to pursue English and also communications. I was actually going to be a journalist originally, but then things kind of changed and I ended up just writing fiction instead. Teachers, don't underestimate the power you have to influence someone, because she didn't even say that much to me. It was just like a small compliment or something that made me realize that I could actually do this with my life. Number 8 is from Kaden. What writing piece are you most proud of? This kind of goes with my other question. I think I'm most proud of the first book I wrote because it's the one that I spent the longest developing. Question number 9 is from Literary Bookishness. It's a 2-part question. What genre is your book? And is it a standalone or a series? So my first book is a young adult fantasy. I've only written the first one now, but I would like in the future to have more. I've also written a historical fiction, but I don't think I'm going to let anyone see that for a long time. I need to do a lot of edits on that. And then I'm going to start developing a young adult dystopian, which I think is probably going to be a standalone. And number 10 is from that writer Kimberly. Have you ever done something in real life so you would write about it in your book? I don't know if I've ever done something so that I could write it in my book, but I know I have definitely done something because it was already in my book. For example, I have a lagoon in one of my books, and Florida has some cool freshwater springs, so I went to the freshwater springs to kind of get the feel of what it would be like to be in a lagoon, and it was worth it. Those springs were awesome. They were crystal clear, so beautiful. And so yeah, it was kind of like my book inspired me to go out and do what I was writing about. There you guys have it. That's 10 questions about me. Thank you so much, author Brittany Wang, for tagging me. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys enjoyed learning more about me. I tag Christy Schuler, Novelly KJ, and Mari Suggs to do this tag next. If you're new here, please subscribe. I post once a week on YouTube and I post daily on Instagram. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Bye.